Alright, what's up guys? It is John with WTBLAaaHGaming, and I'm coming back at you with another deck profile. Today I'm going to profile Deskbots. I was going to do this in like real life on a camera, but I don't know the pendulum effects of the Deskbots as well as I want to, so I felt it would be safer to do it like on DevPro and stuff instead of doing it on camera and stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna hop right into the deck profile. I was waiting until we got shiny victories, so we got Deskbot 009 and Deskbot Base as an actual card in order to do this deck profile, because playing this deck was already a lot of fun, but now you can do some crazy stuff with the deck. But to start off, we have Deskbot 009. His effect is as follows. Once per turn during your main phase, you can make this card gain attack equal to the combined attack of all Deskbot monsters you currently control except Deskbot 009. Until the end of your opponent's turn, only this card can attack the turn its effect is activated. And if it battles your opponent's card, like cards, if this card battles, your opponent cards and card effects cannot be activated. I apologize. Anyways, until the end of the damage step. And then if it would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy one Deskbot card that you control instead. This is a really good card. Really easy to get out, surprisingly, especially if you have two pendulum scales. So really good card. I'm only playing it at 1 because you don't want to see it too often because you're already playing a large amount of high scales. But anyways, one Deskbot 008 and one Deskbot 007. All Deskbot pendulum monsters have the same effect. You can't pendulum summon except for Deskbot monsters. It gains 500 attack for each Deskbot card in your graveyard. Your opponent cannot target face-up Deskbot cards with card effects except this one, and it can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Gains 500 attack. Monster opponent control cannot target face-up Deskbot monsters. Attacks a defense position monster, inflicts piercing battle damage. Only play one of each. Personally think that 5 and 6 are the better picks. Not to mention, you don't really summon these a lot. So, we play 2 6s and 2 5s. If it's normal summoned or special summoned, target one monster on the field and changes its battle position. Gains 500 attack for each face-up Deskbot monster in your extra deck. And if this card in the Pendulum Zone is destroyed, you can target one Deskbot monster in your graveyard, add to your hand. You can only activate the effect of Deskbot 006 once per turn. And then for 005, if it's normal or special summon, you can target one spell or trap card on the field, destroy it. It gains 500 attack for each face-up Deskbot monster in your extra deck. If it's in the Pendulum Zone is destroyed, you can target one Deskbot monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only activate the effect of Deskbot 005 once per turn. Now, 004. This is where it kind of gets really cool. 004 originally didn't have like great use, but now he has a lot of use. 004 you can use to pitch what you need into the graveyard for Deskbot Base's effect. It's got like a built-in Foolish Burial kind of effect. 004, if he battles an opponent's monster, you can activate the effect by sending one Deskbot monster from your deck to the graveyard, and he gains attack equal to 500 times its level. So if you send a 9, he gains 4,500 attack power. You can make him like absolutely ridiculous. If it destroys an opponent's monster while battle, you can special summon 2 Deskbot monsters with different levels from your hand and or graveyard. Your opponent takes no damage the turn you activate this, but it is a absolutely amazing card altogether. So I'm playing 3 of them. Now, 3 2s and 3 3s are like mandatory. 3, when it's normal summon, you can special summon one Deskbot monster except 003 from your deck, which is usually 2. And then once per turn, you can target a Deskbot monster and make that Deskbot monster gain attack equal to all Deskbot monsters on the field that you currently control until the end of the turn. And then this is where attack boosts come in handy. Deskbot 002. If it's special summon, you can add one Deskbot monster from your deck to your hand. Also, all other machine type monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. Which means that if you have 3 of these on the field, they're giving each other 1,000 attack, making them 1,500. They wouldn't be 2,000. Anyways, and then I opted to only play 1 001. I might bump it up to 2. I haven't decided. 001, he's good because he's a tuner, but he's bad because his effect is kind of not that good. You have to special summon more than one Deskbot monster in order to special summon him back from the graveyard, which is why I'm playing Call of the Haunteds. Because, I mean, unless you activate Machine Dupe, which you can do if you get it, it's not really that relevant. But he gains 500 attack and defense for each machine type monster you control. And then again, if 2 or more machine type monsters are special summoned at the same time while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon it. But again, unless you're pendulum summoning, it's not really that relevant. Moving on to spells and traps. 3 Transmodify. Transmodify works great in this deck. You can up the, you tribute off one and then special summon another one. So if you have a 3, special summon a 4. If you have a 4, special summon 5. My favorite is 8 into 9, which is really, really cool. You call the Haunted into 8 and then you Transmodify it into 9. You can only activate one Transmodify per turn. But yeah, you send one face-up monster you control the graveyard, special summon from your deck one monster with the same type and attribute of that monster in the graveyard, but one level higher. 1 Raigeki for field destruction. 1 machine duplication. If you don't know why we play this, it's because all Deskbot monsters have 500 attack, except this guy. Oh, he would be 1,000 attack when he hit the field. But yeah, you machine dupe, and then of course you can special summon 2 more Deskbot monsters of that name. So it's really, really useful with 002. You normal summon 002, special summon 2 more 002s, you get 2 searches. Really good. 3 terraformings for the Deskbot base. 2 MST just for back row destruction stuff. We could play Twin Twister if you wanted to. It's up to you. It's player preference. 1 Book of Moon because it's all around a great card. 3 Deskbot base. This is an amazing card. It's got a reload effect. So it's like you can send any number of Deskbot cards from your hand back to the deck and then draw. It gives all Deskbot monsters 500 attack and defense. Also, you can banish 9 Deskbot cards with different names from your graveyard, or field or graveyard, except Deskbot base. Shuffle all cards your opponent controls from his hand, field, and graveyard into the deck. It basically makes your opponent have nothing, but it requires 1 of each of these guys. So it's not impossible, but it is really, really hard to do. I haven't been able to do it in a game yet, but excuse me, that's usually because I either kill them or they kill me. So 1 Storming Mirror Force and 3 regular Mirror Force, just because, and 1 Bottomless Strap Hole because pendulums are still a thing, kind of. And then 2 Call of the Hunted. For your extra deck, there's you can play whatever you want. This is literally just, I went through and just put a bunch of synchros in here. I actually play XZs in my extra deck because, yes, getting 2 004s on the field is very easy. So there are rank 4 XZs I'd rather play over synchros. Not to mention, I don't see this guy as much as I would like to, which is why I'm contemplating. If I had to do anything, I would take out the Storming Mirror Force and play a second 001. Yeah, but you can play pretty much whatever you want in the extra deck. I've been playing around with the idea of adding Tannhauser Gate, I believe it's called. Tannhauser Gate. Yeah. Target 2 monsters you control of the same type with 1,000 or less attack. Both monsters' levels become the combined level of those 2 monsters, which would work really, really well in this deck because it opens up pretty much whatever you need, level-wise for XE plays and stuff. So I've been playing around with the idea of playing 1 or 2 of these and just testing it out, seeing what happens. I don't know yet. But yeah, you can play pretty much whatever you want for the extra deck. These are absolutely nuts because they take 1 Earth Tuner and 1 more non-tuner Earth monsters. So yeah, being able to play these is awesome. Trisha's always amazing. I love High Speed Roar Trim This guy, he's amazing. So anyways, I also have a combo to tell you guys about, which is absolutely amazing. Is to get this guy on the field with 12,000 attack with a 2-card combo in hand. I will tell you what you need and how to do it. So, in order to do this, you need 1 Deskbot 003 in your hand and 1 Machine Duplication in your hand. Now what happens is you normal summon your Deskbot 003. His effect will go off, allowing you to special summon Deskbot 002. With Deskbot 002's effect, you will add Deskbot 009 to your hand. That gives you 2 monsters on the field. That gives you Deskbot 009 in your hand. You activate Machine Duplication because 002 is still at 500 attack power, so summoning the other 002s from your deck. Now you get 2 searches off of 002. You're going to search out your Pendulum Scale, either 008 and 007 or whatever you need to get a Pendulum Scale. And then you're going to activate your Pendulum Scale. This will allow you to Pendulum summon your Deskbot 009. Now you're activating Deskbot 003's effect, making him gain attack. You have Deskbot 002 giving you 500 attack. So your Deskbot 009 starts at 500. It gains 500 for each of these, so he's at 2,000. Your 003 effect will kick in, making it to where 003 or any other monster on the field of your choice will gain 500 attack for each Deskbot card on the field. So you have 7 on the field. You have 5 monsters and 2 pendulum scales, giving him an extra 3,500 attack power. So, I mean, you can literally select whatever one you want. So, if you select him, it'll make him 5,500. And then you have his effect giving him the attack of every Deskbot monster on the field, which means he'd get another 2,000 from that, making him 75. And then you get another 15 from each of these, making him 9,000, 10,100, 12,000. 12,000 attack power, Deskbot 009. If he battles, your opponent can't activate any spells or traps. And yeah, it's a 2-card combo to get Deskbot 009 on the field with 12,000 attack power. Absolutely amazing. I know in our sneak peek video I said that it was 14, but it's not 14, it's 12. I apologize. Did the math. Bad at math. Yeah, math. Anyways, tell me what you guys think about this. Cards to add in, cards to take out. I enjoy it. It's not a competitive deck, but it can be a surprise deck that really throws people off. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will see you guys next time.